You know, we've got Dr. Lyle Cain joining us this morning, and we're talking about injury sports medicine. Now, a lot of people may not think about hunting injuries when you think about sports medicine, but guess what? It's a real problem, especially here in Alabama. So thanks so much for being here, Doctor.
Thank you, Nicole.
Let's just start by saying first, you're an avid hunter yourself, so this is something near and dear to your heart.
It is. I grew up hunting, and my sons hunt, so I think it's something that's very important in this state and something that we do commonly around this area.
So, you know, when you think about hunting, what would be the most common problem that you see when hunters come in?
You know, I think there are two different issues that happen. There's kind of the acute injuries,
Okay.
that are things that happen from a traumatic fall or something. Those most commonly involve tree stands, and so tree stand safety is a big deal. There are a lot of people that are injured severely with spinal cord injuries and even death throughout the state and throughout the Southeast every year from falls from tree stands. So
How
that's
far are
one.
tree stands?
They can be as high as 20 feet sometimes, so they're very high, and it doesn't take much to fall. You can take a small misstep or something breaks on a tree stand or comes loose from a tree, and next thing you know, you're on the ground. So it's appropriate tree stand safety is important. Most manufacturers recommend that you use a harness when you climb a tree or when you're sitting in a tree stand, and I think that's important for people to do, even though it may seem like it takes more time. I think it may save your life.
To use a harness. And how does that work? It just kind of attaches around you and
there are
then
different
connects?
varieties. Yeah, there's some that are like a vest that you wear that basically attach to the tree.
Okay.
You attach it, and as you climb up the tree, it slides up with you.
Very cool. What's the second one?
Well, the other thing is overuse injuries. So just like any other sport, you know, most people this time of year think of football and other sports causing injuries, but in hunting, it's pretty common to get overuse injuries from, say, shooting a bow or shooting a gun.
Yeah.
And when you look at the mechanics of doing it, say shooting a bow, for instance, most people pull about 70 pounds of pressure. So when they pull a bow back and they reach back to pull it, they're using a tremendous amount of shoulder, elbow, and upper back strength to do that.
So we're looking at pictures, by the way, just a second ago of you and your son out hunting. And looking at those pictures, how do you prevent this kind of injury, though? Are there ways?
Well, I think for the overuse injuries, it's important to get acclimated to the event. So if you're going to be a bow hunter, you can't just pick up the bow October 15th and go out and start shooting. You have to prepare, you have to strengthen your shoulder and your arms by doing either rotator cuff exercises, some type of weight training, or just by shooting the bow repetitively over time to allow your body to get acclimated. So if you're going to shoot 70 pounds of pressure, you have to get used to shooting 70 pounds multiple times before you get into a true hunting situation.
Okay, pads and different things, I assume, may or may not help?
For the impact, say for shooting a shotgun for multiple times, wearing padding helps. You know, for certain sports, such as other outdoor sports, sometimes you're walking long distances, so you know you got to be in shape. Unfortunately, hunters, like most of us during the summer, are kind of lazy and we're laying around, and all of a sudden fall gets here and you're walking miles and miles during the day and you may not be ready for it. So I think it's important to get your body ready for the season just like you would any other sport.
So in closing, if the hunters are out there watching this morning, or if they just have a general sports question or injury, how do they get in contact with you? Well,
we work at Overuse Sports Medicine, which is at St. Vincent's Medical Center.
Okay.
We have providers in multiple specialties and fields, and our number is 205-939-3699.
Okay, and the website, andrewcenters.com, for more information. Who knew? I learned something new today. I haven't been hunting yet, but it's on my bucket list of things to do. Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Nicole.
We appreciate your time. You're watching Talk of Alabama on ABC 3340. We're back in just a moment. Stay with us.